sun on their faces, waves whispering at their feet, and little Nee laughing as she chases seashells along the shore. James and Diep can almost feel their dream family day at the beach coming true. Hey everyone, hope you're having a great day. Today we're stepping into a warm, sweet moment where James, Diep and Nye imagine a simple seaside getaway. Ice cream smiles, salty breeze, and that peaceful happiness they've always wanted. If you enjoy the story, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video. Morning fog clings to the hillside. Inside the small wooden house, it's cold enough that you can see your breath. It's the kind of cold that feels survivable when you're not alone. James is crouched by the front door with a screwdriver, sleeves rolled up, fighting a hinge that's been squeaking for days. Not the CEO version people whisper about, just a man trying to make a home quieter. All right, you don't get to scream every time the wind touches you. At the table, Diep peels a tangerine, slow and neat. She keeps glancing up at him like she's checking he's still there, like she's counting every calm second and afraid to waste it. You barely slept. I slept. He tests the door and still complains. Enough. Enough for you, or enough so I don't worry. He tightens the screw again. This time the door shuts with only a soft click. He exhales and looks back at her. For us, I'm trying to be here. Tiny feet patter across the floorboards. Dad James, I'm hungry. His face softens instantly. Hungry boss is awake. He crouches down. What does the boss want today? Eggs and bread. Diep laughs quietly. She wants everything. Then we're making an everything breakfast. He cracks eggs, warms bread, moves around the kitchen like he belongs there. Diep pours tea into 2 chipped cups. Steam rises and warms the space between them, and for a moment the world shrinks down to this table, this house, this little family. Diep watches him, then asks softly, "Do you ever miss the ocean?" He freezes, spatula midair. The ocean? A small voice cuts in, curious and serious. What's the ocean? He smiles at her. The sea, sweetheart. Water so big it feels like the world has no edge. Bigger than the river? Way bigger. Nia's eyes widen. Bigger than the sky? He laughs. Not bigger than the sky, but it can feel endless. Diep's voice stays low, almost shy. You've been? Once, a long time ago. With your family? He keeps his eyes on the pan. Yeah, but it didn't feel warm. It felt like a photo they needed. Proof we were fine. Diep wraps both hands around her cup, holding on tight. I've never been. He looks up, surprised. Never? She shakes her head. I barely left the mountain. And after, everything. I stopped letting myself imagine places like that. He turns off the stove and faces her, voice gentle but firm. Don't talk like you don't deserve good things. Her eyes drop. Sometimes I feel like I'm borrowing a life that isn't mine. Nee sits very still, listening, then blurts out like she's fixing the mood herself. I want to go to the ocean. Diep blinks. Why? You don't even know it. Nye points confidently toward James. Because Dad James said the ocean doesn't have an edge. Her laugh cracks the heaviness. James nods like he's making a promise. Okay, then we'll go. Diep's eyes brighten, then flicker with reality. When? He opens his mouth and the real world rushes in. DJ farm orders, fuel costs, payroll, pressure that follows him even up this hill. So he chooses the gentler truth. Soon, when things calm down a little. Diep nods like she accepts it, but her hands stay wrapped around the cup as if letting go would make the dream slip away. Nye hops down. I'm going to get my toys! She runs to a box and comes back clutching shiny pebbles. I found seashells! Diep chuckles. That's a pebble, baby. Nye puffs her cheeks. Mountain seashells. James points at her, amused. Exactly. Mountain seashells. Very rare. Diep laughs. Real laughter this time, bright and surprised like it escaped before she could stop it. James glances around like an idea just landed. Okay, don't laugh at me. Diep narrows her eyes. I'm already scared. He drags a thick blanket onto the floor and spreads it out like a picnic. This is our beach. Diep stares, then covers her mouth. You're serious. Very serious. But we need sand. He grabs a small tray of rice and sprinkles a thin trail across the blanket. Mountain sand. Limited edition, she laughs out loud, shaking her head. Only you would do this. Only me. He gestures toward Nee's pebbles. She started the mountain seashell business first. Nee lines up her shells proudly. I'm selling seashells. James pulls out his phone and plays an ocean sound. The room fills with gentle waves. Shh, shh. And suddenly the wooden walls don't feel so tight. Diep's smile softens. Her eyes drift far away, like she's seeing sunlight on water, like she's letting herself believe, just for a minute, that there's a place where nobody judges her, where nobody can reach into her life and rearrange it. Close your eyes, he says. She hesitates. Why? Just trust me. She closes her eyes. He does too. Nye squeezes hers shut dramatically like she's concentrating. Okay, he says softly. We're there, Diep whispers. I can hear it. That's the waves. His fingers find hers steady. And the air smells like salt, like clean. Nye giggles. I see fish, Diep laughs. Where? Nye pats her belly with total confidence. In my stomach. I want to eat fish. Diep laughs again, and James laughs with her. He keeps holding Diep's hand. Picture it. Nye on my shoulders. You walk in beside me. Wind messing your hair up, but you don't care. Diep swallows. Emotion rising fast. And you're not rushing. Not checking your phone. Not leaving. His smile tightens at the last word. No meetings. No calls. Just us. Diep's voice goes softer. I picture Nye eating ice cream. It's all over her mouth. You pretend to be strict, but you're smiling, he chuckles. I'd act disappointed and then buy her another one. Nee cracks one eye open. I want real ice cream. Diep smiles through the tenderness. Even in imagination she negotiates. James squeezes Diep's fingers again. We'll do it for real, not just in our heads. Diep opens her eyes and looks down at the blanket. Beach, the rice sand, the pebble shells. Her smile returns, but fragile. Are we allowed to have a dream like that? He wants to answer yes. Clean, loud, final. But the world outside this house doesn't always allow softness. His phone vibrates, once, then again. The ocean sound keeps playing, but now it feels like waves before a storm. Diep's eyes flick to the screen. Who is it? He stares at the phone without touching it, like ignoring it might protect this moment. The vibration comes again, and the sea inside this house suddenly feels very, very far away. The phone vibrates again, sharp, impatient, like it's trying to drag James back into a world he's been holding off with sheer will. His thumb hovers over the screen. For 1 second, it looks like he might let it ring until it stops, like ignoring it could protect the little beach they built on the floor. Diep watches him closely. If it's work, just answer, she says, but her voice is already tight. He doesn't respond. He reaches for the phone, and before he even picks up, he turns the ocean sound down. The waves fade from loud and playful to quiet and distant, like they're retreating. Then he answers. Hello? Pause. His shoulders tense and his eyes go cold in a way Diep hates, because she recognises it. That's the face he wears when he's bracing for impact. Yes. Diep can't hear the other side, but she can read the rhythm of the conversation by James's breathing. Short answers. Controlled tone. Too polite. Today, he repeats, I'm not in the city. Another pause. No. I said no. Diep's fingers tighten around her cup so hard her knuckles turn pale. Nee stops lining up pebbles and clutches one seashell like it's suddenly something precious. James lowers his voice, almost to a whisper, like he doesn't want the house to hear. I have responsibilities here. He listens again, jaw tightening, eyes fixed on the floor, then very quietly he says, Don't mention her. Diep's breath catches. The call doesn't last much longer. Just clipped replies. Kind that sound calm but feel like someone grinding their teeth. No, I'm not discussing that. I've already answered. A final pause. Then James ends the call. He sets the phone down face up, like he's daring it to ring again, like he's challenging the world to try him one more time. Deep leans forward. Who was that? James exhales slowly, like he's trying to keep his anger from spilling into the room. My father. The words hit like a sudden drop in temperature. The rice sand on the blanket suddenly looks childish. The pebbles look like nothing at all. Nee looks up at him, eyes wide. Grandpa? James softens just a little, because he can't help it around her. Yes, sweetheart. Deep keeps her voice steady, but it shakes at the edges. What does he want? James hesitates, and that hesitation is louder than any answer. Deep's eyes narrow. You don't have to hide it. He rubs the back of his neck, a tired gesture. He wants me back in the city for a meeting. A meeting, Diep repeats, and she already feels the trap in that word. And what else? James glances at Nee, then lowers his voice. He said there are things we need to clarify. Deep's stomach drops instantly. Clarify what? James looks at Nee's small hands, at her careful grip on the pebble. Deep follows his gaze. About her? James doesn't answer. He doesn't need to. Deep sits back slowly. She tries to breathe like this isn't tearing her open. What exactly did he say? James's voice turns flat, like he's describing a storm from far away. He never says it straight, but he's pushing, testing how far he can go. So what did you tell him? I told him no. For a second, relief flashes across Deep's face, tiny and brief. Then reality returns, heavier. And if he doesn't accept no, James looks away. Then he'll keep calling. He'll keep sending people. He'll keep trying to make me choose. Diep's voice drops. Choose between what? James meets her eyes. Between the life he planned and the life I'm building with you. Nye crawls onto the blanket and sits cross-legged, like she's joining a serious meeting. Her small face is too serious for her age. I don't want anyone to take me, Deep freezes. Nye, why would you say that? Nye looks down, voice small. I heard someone say it. James's expression tightens immediately. Who said what, sweetheart? Nye frowns, trying to remember the exact words. Down near the road, someone said, only blood matters, and then they said, take the little girl back. Deep's chest tightens so fast she can barely swallow. She pulls Nee into her lap immediately, arms wrapping around her like a shield. Hey, don't listen to that, okay? You're with us. Nee nods, but her eyes stay shiny, unsure. James stands up so fast the chair scrapes the floor. He takes 2 steps, stops, then turns back, forcing his anger down like it's a fire he can't afford to let loose. Deep looks up at him, voice cracking. James, I'm scared. He drops to his knees in front of them so he's eye level so he doesn't tower over their fear. I know. Your father doesn't see me as family, Diep whispers. He sees me as a problem, like an obstacle. James shakes his head hard. You're not an obstacle. You're my home. But to him I am. Deep tightens her grip on Nye. And Nye, she's the easiest target. James's voice turns steady, dangerous in its calm. No one takes her. No one touches you. Not while I'm breathing. Diep wants to believe him. She does believe him, and that's the worst part because she knows love doesn't always beat power. You can't fight him alone, she says, almost pleading. I'm not planning to. Deep studies his face. What are you thinking? James glances toward the door and window like he's mapping the world outside. We make our life undeniable, he says. School records, photos, witnesses, people in the village who've seen how she's cared for. Everything documented. Everything clear. Deep nods, mind racing. And the city? He wants me there because that's where he controls everything. James looks around the small room. Here. He has to work harder. Deep's voice goes fragile again. Will you have to go? James hesitates. Not because he wants to, but because refusing might invite something worse. If I never go, he'll send someone else. He meets her eyes. If I go on my terms. And if he traps you? Diep asks. If he forces a choice you can't escape? James leans closer, voice low and certain. Then I still choose you. Diep's eyes burn. That's easy to say. I'm not saying it because it's easy, he replies. I'm saying it because it's true. Nye lifts the pebble in her fist and offers it to him like it's a sacred gift. Dad James, I give you my seashell, so you won't go far. James's throat tightens. He takes it gently, like it's made of glass. Thank you, boss, he says softly. I'll keep it with me. Diep watches him hold that tiny shell, and she feels love and fear twist together until she can't separate them. James taps the phone and turns the ocean sound back on, but low. The waves return, quiet and steady like breathing. Then he looks at Diep. Remember what you asked, he says. If we're allowed to dream, Diep nods barely. We're allowed, he says. We need to. Dreams remind me what I'm fighting for. Diep's lips tremble into the smallest smile. And the beach? James looks down at the blanket, the rice, the pebbles. The beach is real, he says, voice firm. Just not today. They start cleaning up together, Diep scooping rice back into the tray with one hand while keeping Nye close with the other. For a few seconds, it almost feels normal again. Then the phone buzzes. A new message lights up the screen. James glances once. His face changes. Diep's voice drops to a whisper. What did he send? James doesn't answer. He turns the screen toward her. One short line. We're coming to the mountain. The waves keep playing. Diep feels the room tilt, like the floor beneath their little beach just shifted into something dangerous. And in that moment, she realizes their ocean wasn't only a dream. It was the calm before the storm.
Chặt 3 hoặc 4 khúc cho đẹp để bán được giá. Đồng mía cao dần, 45 đồng trở thành hy vọng cho phiên chợ. Một cây mía đổ bất ngờ khiến cả nhóm kêu, rồi cười xòa vì kịp đỡ nhau. Chiều xuống, Linda buồn bã vì con rúi của mình đã biến mất. Nghi có kẻ trộm rình quanh nhà. CEO quang ghế đến lắng nghe và trấn an và tự sửa chiếc camera cũ trong kho, kéo dây lắp trước sân nhà để bảo vệ cô. Đêm đến, Linda nấu cơm nếp cẩm mời anh ở lại ăn. Hai người trò chuyện lòng ấm lại. Quang kể áp lực công ty, camera nháy sáng, bóng lạ thoáng qua, và không biết Linda có sống sót qua được đêm nay không. Mọi người nếu thấy video hay, hãy cho mình một like, một subscribe. Cảm ơn mọi người nhé.